Hey guys, happy Friday and welcome back. I am Benny from Nomad Effect.
I'm Sophia from Nomad Effect.
And we are so excited to finally reveal the finished
Amelie. Here we are, the moment we've all been waiting for. The grand tour of our little home, Amelie. It's not totally finished, but we're moved in, so everything is usable. And so far, so good, I would say. So why don't we begin? Let's start in the bedroom. That's where the magic happens. All right, the bedroom. So we really wanted to create like a really cozy but colorful space for our bedroom. We chose these like really fun fabrics and I love it. Our mattress is our mattress from New York and it's a Casper mattress and we put a mattress topper on it and it's just like sleeping on a cloud. Like I can't even explain to you how comfy it is. You'll have to come here and try it one day.
So there's a water tank at the front of the trailer, which is why there's a sill here that sort of pushes the bed out a little bit. We've kept the original water tank in the trailer because I didn't really want to mess with that. We may end up having to upgrade that though to a bigger one later, depending on how this thing tows when we get it on the road and the weight, the tongue weight. I'll see how that goes and I'll maybe upgrade the water tank to something bigger so that we're not having to fill it up quite so regularly.
These curtains, we bought in IKEA. So you'll see each section of the house has different curtains. We wanted to really create like a different space within one space, you know? So it like gives you the illusion you're in a quote unquote room, you know? These are our most blackout curtains in the whole place. So it's really good for sleeping. And then we also have, of course, our TV. Ben somehow found a little sound bar, like a baby one, that works perfectly for our space. And when you're outside, you can't even hear the TV. So it's not like we're creating noise pollution for the neighbors, which I was actually worried about.
Up above the bed here, we've got some storage that we're actually using for linen at the moment. And it sort of works really well because linen's not something that you have to access all the time. And it's kind of annoying to access something when you're having to like kneel on the bed to get to it. And it's like, it's a weird shaped cupboard. You have to stick it behind the clock, which is, yeah, it's not ideal. I think that's all we have for here. This is the shoe storage down here that we have. This is Sophia's shoes. So we bought these bags, and they this one doesn't really shut that well. The bags we bought from Amazon, and you just have like the shoes you don't wear as much at the back, and then you have the shoes that you wear all the time at the front. It's a matter of just pulling the bag open, zipping it up, and then it actually forces you to be clean because you kind of come home and you put your shoes away in the bag, and then that's it.
Now I'll take you to the kitchen. So I love this kitchen. To me, this is like, if you ask little Sophia what her dream kitchen would be, this is the dream kitchen. Like pink sink, pink oven, like, can it get any better? I don't think so. Not for me, at least. Pink is my favorite color. So that's original from the Avion. And we ended up just sprucing everything around, just putting like a lipstick on it, you know? So we chose this like mint green that we really love, and it really like makes it just like a cute space. We chose this black countertop. We got it in the like as is section of IKEA, so it's pretty cheap, and we just cut it up. And we tiled, as you saw in our last videos, we tiled this ourselves, and that was probably one of the hardest things for me, was choosing tiles, because I kept thinking about like looking at this space 24/7. I have to see this every single day. In a big space, you can walk away from the space and you're not going to see this tiles. I needed something that was going to be fun, but not overwhelming, and I wouldn't get over it, you know? Something that I think is really cute in this kitchen too is our little exhaust fan. So what's cool about this exhaust fan is it turns on once it like you let it go. So there's like a little latch in the like a cap in the back, and so when I pull it in, I don't know how the mechanism works, but it turns off the little fan. But it works so well. Like when we have our Instant Pot on, all the way over there, it pulls the Instant Pot steam. It's pretty incredible. And then our little blinds, which I love. This is, you know, our fun curtains.
The water and everything works. We have a 6,000 watt electrical system, and there's only there's a few appliances that we have running, like the toilet, the AC, and the hot water. They're about 2,000 each, so we really have to choose which two we use at each time. The hot water only takes about 10 minutes though to heat up. So it's really not a big problem to leave that one off. And then if we haven't used the toilet for a little bit, we can flick on the hot water. That heats up, we have a shower, whatever else. And then so far it's worked really, really well. The stove, we haven't actually got it connected to gas. It would work if I connected it, but at the moment it's just for show, and we're actually using it to store some pots and pans in here. And we actually put a cover over this, and we've been using it to put an induction cooker on top of it, and it's been working really, really well. And like the induction cooker and the glass on top of that, and then we have like a really nice big chopping board that we put over the top of this, and that really sort of extends our kitchen workspace. So yeah, it's been a really good thing, and we've been really enjoying the experience of having our own kitchen again and getting to cook our own foods and really making that decision.
And then the other side of the kitchen, which is like the appliance side, Ben, as you saw, has built this whole thing custom to fit our needs. So he built these little these things for cupboard space. So this is going to be a spice rack. It's not ready yet. We still have to paint this, but Ben made these doors. And then this is like pantry. So like cereals and rice and whatever you need from your grocery store, you put in that section. And it's a pretty big section. So you can see there's a lot of like junk food, because we had my niece and nephew sleep over the other day, and of course we're the fun aunt and uncle. So we bought the cereals and the chocolates and the Skittles, and yeah, we're fun times. The Instant Pot is our best friend. We love it so much. We probably use this Instant Pot the most out of all the appliances in this kitchen. Usually when you open it, it's like pretty deep, right? And so we kind of want to make sure we can see what we're doing and how the food's going. So Ben made put this little light so we can see straight in, and we can make sure we're grabbing all the inside parts and cleaning it up. And you know, just the Instant Pot, we want to treat it well. We have coffee machine here, which we cannot live without. We are coffee people. It is on before we wake up. So we're probably going to end up upgrading for something a little bit fancier and maybe like sleeker for better fitting. We created these spaces specifically for the trash and this fridge. This fridge is pretty cool. We got it off like an RV type of fridge site. It's 12 volt, which is cool. And it has this little latch that you put on, and then you can't open it. So when we're moving around and traveling, our food is safe.
This I bought because of the form factor and because it gets amazing reviews online. And this Ninja is actually kind of amazing. one downside is this door doesn't open all the way and it kind of flicks back up again. So you can't kind of like sort of like put it down and then put gloves on, 2 hands and kind of do this thing. But it takes a bit of working out, but it's actually pretty good.
And then my mom gifted us this microwave. Thank you, Mom. It's pretty cool. It has a soft close. Boom, so soft. And it works pretty good. It's like a pretty powerful microwave. For our needs, it works.
Onto the closets. These are our 2 closets. This one's Sophia's and this one's mine. I had to install a vent on mine because all of the electrical system sits inside this cupboard, and it actually gets quite hot. So we're able to angle a vent from the AC down onto this vent, and it actually keeps everything inside the cupboard really, really cool.
Surprisingly, all our clothes fit into our closets, right? Which I doubted, obviously, because I have a lot of clothes. But Ben assured me that they would fit, and it did. It in fact did.
So I'll open my cupboard first. My cupboard's not as fancy as Sophia's. So I have all of the electrical stuff. It's working really well. And what I'll actually do is I'll do a separate video as to how I got all this working. I could install a 3rd one, and we have had a few problems where our house doesn't have enough wattage coming out of it. So we've actually blown the fuse a few times. But we're getting to the point where we're managing it.
And then my closet, I love so much because of this beautiful mirror. I went to a glass and window shop that's like 5 minutes away from here, and they did our glass for the window replacements, or the Jalusi window replacements that we got. And so I went to them and I said, I'm looking for a mirror this size, and they cut this up in 24 hours. They were able to create this mirror for me, and then just got some strips of wood and screwed it on. So now it's pretty movable. So for riding around, you know, everything is safe. No broken mirrors, which we know is bad luck, and everything looks good.
The one thing I haven't done here is I want to get these so that they actually latch, because I want to make sure that the doors stay closed, because I really don't want them banging into each other when we're on the road. And they also have like, they could actually hit the AC when they bounce up and down.
And then the closet continues through here. I'm gonna open this, but don't judge the mess because it's a lot of clothes. So these all open, and it's cool because there's these like little metal magnet things that hold the doors open. And so whatever I need, I can grab. It's really got all my stuff. Like, I don't have anything else. So it's pretty incredible how much this thing holds.
Onto our, I don't know where to go, living or office. It's kind of in the same space, but it's a thing, right? So this is the couch. I haven't finished it yet. The back needs to be angled slightly so it's a bit more comfortable. It's at the moment very upright at the back. And we're just basically using the old cushions that were at the front of the trailer when we first bought it, where the couch was. I'm actually even using the same arms. I've just cut this one down, but I haven't actually fixed it yet or come up with any ways of doing that. It's just kind of sitting here. And it's not going to go anywhere, even if we're on the road. I've left the storage. So this is where there was 2 twin beds here. And I've left the storage under the twin bed, and I've installed a hot water system, and all the piping for the water goes underneath this bed. And then the rest of it is basically in there for storage. And we have a whole heap of stuff stored under there, like winter clothes and bags and all sorts of things under there. So it's working out really, really well. I think we could use the storage a lot more efficiently, which we'll get to, but at the moment it's actually working pretty good. Onto the office. Sophia and I used to have an office when we worked in our space in New York, and we actually didn't even have this much desk space. So this is pretty luxurious when it comes to having an office like this and actually being able to sit down and achieve stuff. And I feel like we have been getting a lot more done. I think you guys have seen a lot more videos coming out of us for the last couple of weeks, and we've been living in the trailer now for I think 7 weeks. So it's really, really good. It's a good place to sit down and get work done. And it's separate, you know, it's separate from the sleeping space. We're not working in our bed anymore, and you don't feel like a bit of a slob or anything. You can even go for a walk outside, and it's cool. It just works. It's much nicer than having a bedroom or a small space to just work and live and all that sort of stuff, which is what we've been doing for the last couple of years. I got this door fixed. I think that in the last video I didn't have the door on. This one works really well. It actually has a latch and a lock that you can use, and yeah, if we have anyone over that's a guest, like Soph and I aren't really that shy, but I guess if you're going for a poop, you can finally lock the door. And it looks nice and green, and you should touch it up a little bit. Again, not everything's finished, but it looks good. And I really love these curtains. These are so retro and funky. We did a photo shoot in here, and they came out really, really cool. We have the same matching curtains on either side at the back here, just so it ties this whole area together. So onto the bathroom. The bathroom's so small, it's very hard to even get the camera in here. But weirdly, like other than the fact that I actually hit the roof walking through the door and I'm broader than it, once I'm in here, there's actually more space than you'd imagine. And I don't really have a problem as a big person. Like I'm 6'1.5" or whatever they said the other day. And like I'm a big guy and I don't have a problem fitting in here. We actually splurged. We bought an incinerating toilet. We bought the Incinerator Carefree. It's a hard one to show you, but what happened was I didn't actually take the old black tank out of the trailer. So it's actually sitting underneath here. It's just empty and it's sealed off. But I've just stuck the Incinerator up on top of that, and I had to run a new circuit and a vent out to the thing. We'll actually do a separate video on the Incinerator and what our experience has been like with it. It's very high where it sits right now, but it's okay. It's working. And that's kind of what I'll give it that. It's much better than having to empty a tank full of poop out every week. I don't like touching poop. These sort of don't match perfectly to the kitchen. They're a little bit more of a creamier pink, I guess, in here. But it works, and I tiled around the outside of this. I don't think I showed you guys this in the videos either, that I tiled around the bottom of the shower. And Soph bought this cool shower screen, shower curtain that has some storage in it to help with extra storage, and she's using it for some things that I don't know what they really are. I bought a really low output head for the shower, and it works really well. We've never run out of hot water. Like from one tank full, Soph and I have both had showers where we washed our hair, and like right towards the end the cold sort of started dropping out. But in that 13-gallon hot water tank, we've never actually run out of hot water so far. And other than that, this is just, a small bathroom. We put down these really cool tiles, which I really like, and all the sort of colors kind of went together. I didn't do a good job of this this laminating at all. The Formica has actually lifted in certain places. It's come off here and a few other, and it's kind of popped off here and around there. And yeah, it's really annoying. So I'm definitely gonna have to fix that at some point later down the track. But for right now, I'm really not worried, and it doesn't bother me on a day-to-day basis at all. I think that's kind of it. We live here, we love it. It's interesting to say that we live in a trailer, but this is Amelie. She's colorful, she's happy, and we're kind of happy in it. Hope you like the fancy footage that I did. I actually got my nice camera out today.
We're so excited to start traveling in this. We have a trip planned in the next 2 weeks for work, and it'll be the first time we're gonna see how this baby goes on the road. And we're excited to take our home with us, so I don't have to pack. I don't have to worry about what I'm taking. I just get in the car and go. So we'll probably put videos up of that. So make sure you subscribe to our channel and you like this video so we can keep creating content and we can continue on this journey together.